Hello dear viewers, my name is Juliana Rojas and welcome to our channel. Today we are going to testing the discourse theory in second language acquisition processes. So we selected a non-subject and applied a teaching strategy focused on this theory. My friends Daniel Garnica, Alejandra Forero and Juliana Barahona will help me to expose to you our research project. Okay, no more words, let's go to the video. First of all, let's talk about the research question. It says, which are the possible results obtained in a process of second language acquisition if the discourse theory were implemented in a known subject in a determinate number of sessions of study? It means that we were searching a result in a small lab. Let's continue with the objectives. General objective: create and implement a methodology based on the discourse theory in second language acquisition process. Specific objectives: 1. Discover through the implementation of the methodology what are the aspects, factors, and possible results of this process. 2nd, implement the methodology in only 3 sessions to delimit the results. Okay, in other words, we want to know how is developing the learning process in our non-subject using only discursive theory methodologies. Now, Daniel will explain you more.
Hi, my name is Daniel, and I'm going to talk about the methodology that we used in order to find some information about this topic and also try to solve the research question that we did at the beginning of this video. So, we implemented a pedagogical methodology that has a kind of link with the discourse theory. That was the theory that we chose for this video. And this we have to take into account that the matrix of this theory is like the communication and the speaking and listening skills. And also this theory was proposed by Hatch. And Hatch gave to us like 3 principles or 3 important principles that we should take into account at the moment to develop this theory. The first is the natural growth. The second is the native adjustment, that is like when a native speaker talks to a non-native speaker and that non-native speaker like tries to use some words of their mother language in order to understand better some things in the other language that he wants like to learn. For example, we had like the called Spanglish that we have here. That is when we mix both English and Spanish in a conversation. And the third are like some kind of strategies that some people used to use in order to learn like faster and easier a language. The first is when the people learn the grammar of a language. The second is when the people like acquire some formulas. Like for example, when I say it is raining, it is because it is necessary to be at the beginning of the sentence, for example, because we need a subject in the sentence. So those kind of things, and a speaker is gonna acquire those things, and they are gonna learn that, for example, for a sentence is necessary a subject. And the third is like when the learner is helped to make some sentences in order to have like a clearer like development on their speech. We taking into account that information with our subject. We did like 3 classes in which we developed like some kind of activities. The first, we did a test in which we wanted to like know what was the knowledge of that person, like her knowledge in English, if she knew like to create some sentences or something like that. We test that on the first class. On the second class, we began like to explain her some like topics like simple present, like possessive pronouns, like colors, and those kind of things that were gonna be useful for her in order to like learn the language, but all according to the discourse theory. And on the third class, we did kind of game in which she had like to talk a lot, yeah, because she had to tell us, for example, my name is Juana, and my favorite color is blue. And that is the way in that these communication skills of this person are useful for this theory.
We divide our findings in 5 categories that are the social context, the environmental, the problems with the theory, the structure and organization, and the learning behavior. Well, in the social context, we could find 3 important factors. The first one is the social context can affect or influence to develop a language because other people can add pressure to learning process. The second one is that being with other people causes fear of being wrong, especially when the dialogue and speech is necessary. And the third one, we have already had the opportunity to share with the now subject. Therefore, it generates a certain level of confidence. However, if the person who has the role of the teacher doesn't create an environment of trust, it will probably prevent the good development of interaction and acquisition of the second language. In environmental, we could find one important factor. This important factor is that a place can facilitate the learning. For this reason, we decide to develop our session in an open space without much visual and auditory contamination. Because for many times, an open space can help you not feel the same pressure of a classroom.
The third category is problems with the theory. As you know, speech isn't enough to learn a new language. You need to develop other skills as listening, writing, and reading. Speaking fluently is an important achievement. However, on some occasions, and for a complete academic training, you must practice and use different skills in order to succeed, breaking with limitations. We were able to observe it when, at the time of explaining some topics or giving examples, and sometimes the known subject couldn't understand because she still needs to develop listening skills and learning vocabulary, showing us that skills as a unit are an important factor in process of second language acquisition. The fourth category is organization of the class. Carrying out a test of determining the English level of the known subject allowed us to choose the way the vocabulary and the topics might be appropriate. However, sometimes we focus on teaching and practicing theory as grammar and expressions in oral way, forgetting the cultural side that is an important factor, an important aspect, because teachers and students can make connections between the cultures. The last one is learner behavior. The known subject was nervous at first, but after she began to interact with us, and the known subject wasn't very interactive with us and answered only what we asked.
Through this research project, we were able to conclude 2 important things. The first is that a single skill isn't enough at the same time of teaching or acquiring a second language. Since it's necessary the union of the all skills in order to ensure a complete acquisition or understanding. In addition, in this fact, not all people have the ability to learn at the same way. For example, some can find easier to speak, another listen, write, or read.
The final conclusion is that many times the theory presents some gaps when it's put into a practice because unforeseen situations may arise and some factors over which there is no control. Likewise, the interaction between teachers and students with the support of different resources, games, can help to improve the process of second language acquisition.